Your success in this last 8 months has just ballooned from where you were a couple of years ago. And a lot of that success has happened here in FutureShock, but of course recently we've seen it happen in the WWE UK, the NXT UK brand, which you're now a featured part of. How important is FutureShock been to your journey to where you are now?
I think when I had that period where I stepped away from wrestling for a little while, when I first decided to come back, FutureShock was a big part of that, because it was local to me. It was family sports entertainment, and it was exactly what wrestling means to me. So to be able to, you know, just dip my toe back in here at FutureShock and then rebuild my base from the ground up, it was FutureShock itself was instrumental to me, and you know, it's something that I'm never going to forget really, or ever truly be able to pay back, considering where I am now in my career.
You had a big year in FutureShock 2017, a lot of big matches, a lot of big victories, and of course part of that was capturing finally the FutureShock Heavyweight Championship, unseating Zach Gibson at the 13th anniversary show, and it seems like you've gone from strength to strength since then. What has that title reign been like for you?
You know, defending the FutureShock Heavyweight Championship, you have to get better and better each time, and it helps you go from strength to strength because the challenges get stronger. You're the guy that everyone's aiming for. They're looking at your weaknesses. They're looking for anything that they can manipulate to get, you know, one ahead of you. So you just have to keep rising and rising above your own previous levels. And I think so far I've done that, and I aim to continue doing that for as long as I'm champion here.
What does the Heavyweight Championship mean to you at this illustrious stage in your career, being on the precipice, being at the very pinnacle of British wrestling right now, the biggest stage? What does the FutureShock Championship mean to you in that context?
Yeah, so again, when I kind of stepped away from wrestling a little bit, I didn't feel like, part of me was bitter and I got down on myself, which you should never do, and I stepped away thinking that I never got to reach the heights that I thought I should do and I thought maybe I deserved. So I went away and refocused on myself, and I think I came back a lot more determined. And it wasn't to prove anybody else wrong, it was to prove myself wrong, that I was wrong to stop, and I was wrong to start thinking that nothing was going to happen for me. I was personally wrong for thinking that, because nobody owes you anything. You have to show that you are worth that spotlight. So I got down on myself and I stepped away, and I thought I'd try other things, but I went away and all I could think about was wrestling. And I thought that this time, when I come back stronger and better and more determined, that I'm not going to be proving anyone wrong. I'm going to be proving that I was wrong myself. I'm going to be proving myself wrong, that I was wrong to walk away and I was wrong to give up on my dreams of making it. So when I got to FutureShock, I had one goal in sight, and that was to become the FutureShock Heavyweight Champion. So when I won the trophy tournament and got the match against Zach Gibson, there was absolutely nothing that was going to stop me from claiming that. That was my justification, that I was right and that I never should have given up on myself. And holding that belt, it's a constant reminder to never give up on something that means the world to you. No matter what, no matter how unlikely it seems that that's going to come true or it's going to pay off, and the hard nights and the hard nights, late nights, driving miles and miles. When I get that FutureShock Championship in my hands, it just lets me know that everything was worth it.
You branded yourself last year as Manchester's #1 in response to Zach Gibson's bold claims about Liverpool, but you've really grown into that role, and it's something that the faithful have given back to you now. What does that mean, that moniker, Manchester's #1?
So when I first came up and I first said that to Zach Gibson, that I'm Manchester's #1, it was just to give him a little backhand, basically. I didn't think, there's so much great talent here in Manchester. You've got Joey Hayes, who's been propping up the scene for years and years before. When I was still in Birmingham, you had guys like Joey Hayes and Danny Hope, and as much as I can't stand him, Sam Bailey as well has done a lot. So when I first said it, there was no real meaning behind it other than to say, you can be Liverpool's #1. People in Manchester, we're really proud of ourselves, and there's that kind of rivalry that always goes on, and there's no better way to get under a Scouser's skin than to say that you're Manchester's #1 and then to head to the match and actually beat him. But returning that, and now the fans are starting to keep that stamp of approval on me to say that I am Manchester's #1. Again, that just helps me take it to the next level and keep fighting for Manchester. As you know, I was originally born in Birmingham and spent the first 20 years of my life living in Birmingham. But now I say that Manchester's my home, and I say that I'm from Manchester because my family's going to be born here, and I hope to spend the rest of my life here. Do you know what I mean? In Manchester. So Futureshock is my Manchester promotion, and I'm going to fight for Futureshock, and I'm going to fight for the Manchester fans wherever I go.